my friends. How are you? I hope you're doing well. My name is Tracy. I'm OG Stitchery here on YouTube and on Instagram. And welcome to Flosstube number 25. This is, I don't know where I was going. It is Wednesday, January 5th, 2022. This is a brand new year. Happy New Year. And welcome. There you go. So yeah, Happy New Year. Brand new year. It's going to be great. And there we go. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, thank you so much for clicking play. I appreciate it. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy what you see. And I hope that I enable you just a little bit because, you know, we all need enabling, right? I am right now at 275 subscribers. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's so much fun to watch that number go up. I know I'm not, most people say that they're not in this for the numbers, but and I'm not really, but I definitely like watching that number go up. Not going to lie. So, so thank you. Thank you so much for clicking subscribe and for coming back. It just means that I'm doing something that you guys like. So thank you. And on that note, I would like to give a little mention to a new subscriber, new Flosstuber that I just found out about yesterday or the day before. Bobbi from Pumpkin Creek Primitives mentioned that she found this person, and so I thought I would take a chance and go and watch. His name is MrHollick, and his YouTube is MrHollick. And I'll put his name somewhere on here and put a link down below in the description. And he's got 3 videos out, 3 Flosstube videos out, and they're very short. They're about 20 minutes long, and he's a lot of fun to watch. He's brand new into cross stitching, and he's got some really fun projects. I really love the one-nighters, and the one that he just showed in his last video of the snowmen. I need to find that project. I need to find that chart, and I need to do that chart. I love the snowmen. So much fun. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know about him, and if you have a couple of minutes, go over and check out his videos. They're really fun to watch. So anyway, let's get to acquisitions real quick. I only have 2. They came in. I had okay. Let's start over. Jeez, I feel like I'm totally lost. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Lynn Stitches Creates. Hopefully you can see that. There we go. Anyway, Lynn Stitches Creates, she does project bags. And about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago, I sent her some fabric. I had picked out some fabric from Joann's, just some, nice fabric that I liked. And I sent her some fabric, and she actually made me some project bags out of that. And she can do that for you too. So if you have some fabric and you want a project bag, please contact Lynn Stitches Creates. She's on Instagram. She is also on Flosstube or YouTube. She does a Flosstube, and she does amazing bags. And here is my first one. So I got this fabric, like I said, from Joann's, and I really liked it. It's fun fabric. I obviously live in Massachusetts, so there we go. And then I got the coordinating blue fabric. So I just told her that I wanted this for the outside and this for the inside. And then she provided the vinyl and zipper, and she made me a really cute zipper pull. And I love it. It's great. And there we go. She does great work. So please check her out. And then here is my next one. Oops, I'm going to lose my glasses. So there we go. And then the inside is just a fun, nice fabric coordinating. So, and I just realized this. Wow. So her name is Lynn, but look. Can you see that? There we go. Isn't that fun? So, anyway, those are my two acquisitions, and I love them. Thank you so much, Lynn. I appreciate it, and I just love the bags. I love them, love them, love them. Love them. They're wonderful. All right, so those are my only two acquisitions for the week. All right, so coming up next is whips, or coming up now. All right, so whips. What have I been working on this week? Well, since last we chatted, or since last I chatted with you, there was an event called New Year's Eve 12 by 12, where we did 12 new starts on the hour, counting for the countdown to midnight for the new year. And I had all these plans. I had all these projects. I was going to work on one an hour, and it was going to be great. So I actually did a Zoom call all night long, or all day, starting at noon. Actually, we started a little bit earlier, but it was from noon to midnight. Anyway, so I started out at noon working on, I picked this one. This is America, Land That We Love by Jean Farish. And here is the project. There we go. So this is a project that you stitch a little icon or a little symbol, whatever, for each state, and it's all on one piece. Well, I didn't want to do it all on one piece. I wanted to do the individual states as separate pieces and then make them into little ornaments for a Americana tree that I plan on decorating for July. So that's what I did. So I picked out 5 states that I was going to start throughout the day. But plans totally went off the track. And I decided to do 12 states. So I picked out 12 states, and I just stuck with this one project, and it was fine. I as Michelle would say, I'm not mad about it. So I have very meager starts to these, but I will go run through them real quick. So this is Alabama, and I am actually going to be restarting this because you hear that? That's the fabric. It's so stiff. I mean, look at this. It's pretty bad. And I don't like the way that it feels. I don't like how I have to literally stab it with the needle, and it's just bad. So I'm going to restart Alabama. And originally I had planned on putting all of these on 14 count white Aida, but as I was working on these, I found that I really liked them on 18 count because they're just so tiny. And I'll show you that in a minute. Anyway, this is Alabama. Then I had Alaska. Now these are not in the order that I actually stitched them. They're just, I put them in alphabetical order so I can show them to you. This is Florida. Oh, and Alaska is on the good fabric. So I'm going to keep that. This is Florida, and this is on the crunchy fabric. It's so stiff. So I'm going to be restarting that, but that's a Florida. Then we have Hawaii, and this is on the good fabric. So there's Hawaii. And here is Louisiana. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but it's the start of a steamboat. So, and it's all white, but the back stitching makes up for it, so it's fine. And this is Maine. It's going to be a lobster. And this is Massachusetts, and you can clearly see that I am still working on this one. This is not all just one day. I actually picked this up 2 days ago and finished it up. And I only have the back stitching on the sails, but I have a question. The chart calls for like a pinkish color, like a really dark pink for the mast going through the 3 sails, and I don't want to do that. Masts are wood and they're dark colors, so I've been wrestling with that for the past 2 days, and I don't know why I've been wrestling with it. It's like, just do it. Who cares? I mean, it's mine, right? So anyway, so there we go with that. Then this one is Nevada, and again on the bad fabric. It's so bad. So I'm going to restarting this. And then this is New York. And you probably can't tell what that is, but that's a basket of apples. And then this is Texas, but I'm going to be restarting this one because, yeah, restarting that. So those are my whips that I started for America, land that we love. And I plan on doing all 50 states, but they are so quick and easy. It's probably 2 days. That's it. All right, so my next whip is part of my Whip Go plans. Whip Go is, if you're not familiar, Whip Go is a challenge that Jessie Marie Does Stuff of Flosstube created several years ago to help her with her whips. It was a way for her to go through, put her whips on a bingo board, 5x5, and then call numbers, 2 numbers a month, and focus on those 2 whips and to work on them to get them going. And so I did it last year, and I was successful. I got a blackout at the end of the year, and it was fantastic. I loved it. So I decided to do 2 boards this year. One is all of my regular non-Halloween projects, whips, and then the other board is all of my October Start-A-Ton projects. So actually, the first board does have Halloween projects on it, but so the second one was focused only on the projects that I started in October. So anyway, these 2 next whips are part of my regular, my first board, and ironically enough, the 2 numbers that she called was 2 and 19, And these are the exact same projects, WIBs, that I worked on in December. So that's fun. It is. It's fine. So the first one is Hocus Pocus. I call this my Hocus Pocus sampler. It is by Play-Doh Squirrel. Jesse Palmer did the chart. And there we go. And I'm doing this on 16 count Ada that I hand dyed. And I have it in the Q-Snap because I'm actually working on it. So, but I have, I'll go here. Let's see if I can do this. So I have the black candle, or the black flame candle done. I have all of the words done. I have one cat and part of one candle done. And I have All Hallows Eve done. I have one border completely done. And I did partial border on this. And then I moved up to this. The reason why I moved up to this, I started Hocus Pocus. I finished Pocus, now I'm going to Hocus, is because it is a challenge of a new to me Facebook group that I joined. And I'll tell you about that in plans. So for my WIP go, I'm going to work on this for 5 days. So there we go. Oh. There we go. 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 And then my next one is a WIP that I started probably in 2019, I think. No, 2020. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. This is Happy Halloween by HM Cross Stitch. I call this Dripping Halloween because I'm holding it upside down because it's dripping. Isn't that great? You would think I'm just doing this for the first time and it's episode 25. Anyway, there's my progress. It is a full coverage piece. I'm doing this on 14 count ivory Ada. And there we go. This was one of the first projects that I picked up after coming back to cross stitching. So anyway, it looks a little vintage, you know, retro, whatever you want to call it. But there you go. But I'm liking it, and it's coming out great. All right, so those are my WIPs. Next is my finishes. I have 4 of them. 4. So the first one, if you will remember from last week, I talked about some printed fabric that I got from Jodi. Jodi is part of the Still City Stitchers, and she is a wizard at dyeing fabric, and she started printing fabric. And so I finished my second piece of printed fabric by Jodi. And here is Fireworks. The chart is by Helen D. Helen Daly. She is a Flosstuber. She is Helen D on Flosstube, and she is also East Coast Crafter on Instagram. Put the information down below. But these are free charts. She has several of them for holidays throughout the year. So there we go. I think it turned out great. I have a wonderful idea for this. I think it's wonderful, but I'm going to finish this. I'm going to keep the whole piece, and then I'm going to do some little stuff down here. That's technical, right? Anyway, there we go. There's my piece. And I know that you can't see the stars, so I'm thinking about like outlining them, or outlining the words, like a backstitch in the gold color. We'll see. But there we go. So that was my finish. And I actually finished this. I don't have it written down, but I think I finished this last year. I can say that now. So I finished this last year. I think it was probably the 28th or 29th. I can't remember. Anyway, I finished that. Then my next finish was one of the states that I started on the 31st. I finished this on the 1st, and it is Tennessee. And look how tiny this is. All right. How cute is that? It is so little, but I'm going to have so much fun just making it into a little ornament and then decorating it. All 50 of them are going to be this big, so it's going to be little. But I love it. It's just little nuggets. It's just so cute. And then the next state that I finished was Michigan. Isn't that cute? I just think they're adorable. You're so cute. And these are, again, from America, Land That We Love by Jean Farish. And done on 18 count white Aida with DMC. So there we go. And then my next finish is Merry Christmas by All Through the Night. It is a finish. So my football project is completely done, and it's a week. We have 1 week left in the season. So I don't know what I'm going to work on. Well, I know what I'm going to work on next Sunday. I'm going to work on states. But anyway, this is a finish. It is done on 20 count ivory colored fabric. There wasn't a name, but I'm calling it buttercream. But so it's 20 counts, and I used the Classic Colorworks Cupid for the floss. And I just love how it turned out. It's just beautiful. So I started this on December 12th and finished it on the 2nd. So there we go. And those are, oh, and I have one more little teeny tiny finish. This was a little, a free chart that I picked up at my LNS, The World in Stitches. And this was a free chart from Trail Creek Farm, 2003. Just a little tiny thing. And this was done on 18 count ivory Aida using DMC. And there we go. Isn't it cute? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finishes. 4 so far in the new year. So I've got 4 new starts for this year because fireworks was done the 28th, 29th, something like that. So those are my finishes. And that leads me to plans. I have a lot of plans. I'm going to continue with WIPGO. Like I mentioned, I have 2 boards. I actually have 3, but the third one is kind of if I want to do it. But the 2, I'm going to continue with WIPGO. And then I joined a new group. I mentioned this when I was talking about Hocus Pocus and Dripping Halloween. I joined Semi-Sane Stitchers on Facebook. And it's a Facebook group for cross stitchers. And they have monthly and yearly challenges. And so I decided, I've heard a lot of Flosstubers talk about this group, and I had heard at some point that it was a closed Facebook, but when I looked it up, it was open, and I joined, and I was accepted into the group. So I am really happy because I want to do all the challenges, almost all the challenges. I want to do them all. I want to just like be engulfed in challenges for this year. I know I'm crazy. I'm semi-sane, that's the group, right? Anyway, they have this challenge, and I believe it's a year-long challenge. It's called Endangered Animals background. Endangered Animals certificate challenge. So what you do is they gave you a list of endangered animals and a number, and you stitch on one project, I believe one project. Anyway, you stitch on a project for that many stitches, and then you submit a before and after picture, and then you get a little certificate that says you completed the stitches for that particular animal. So I started with the Dripping Halloween, and I did 500 stitches, and I completed the Sea Lion challenge. So I got a little certificate that says, it says my name, and it has sea lions on it, which is cute. Then I did 600 stitches for the black-footed ferret, and I did that on Hocus Pocus, and that's why I started the words Pocus, or finished the words Pocus with an S for Hocus. I'm going into major detail here. Anyway, so I finished that, and I got a certificate that said I completed the black-footed ferret. And the next one I'm going to be working on is cheetah, and that is 700 stitches. And I'm going to be doing that on this one. So it's a lot of fun. And so the next one is 700, and I don't know what the next one is, probably 800, 900. And then the last one is an elephant, and that's 40,000 stitches. That's going to take a while. So, yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to get to that one, but I'm going to try. Anyway, brand new to me Facebook group called Semi-Sane Stitchers. The next one is a full coverage fanatics Facebook group challenge, and that is Bike Around Germany. There are two separate ways that you can do it. You can do it hourly, time-wise, or stitch-wise, counting. So what they've done is mapped Germany, and however long it takes to bike from one place to the next, that's how you can use to work on one project for the length of time that it would take, or the miles or kilometers, I think. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing on that one, but I do want to work on that. The next one is, or my next challenge that I'm going to do is from the Stitching Journal and Planner from the Black Needle Society. I did not get the box. I just got the journal and the calendar, and so because of the challenges that I wanted to do. So the first challenge that I want to talk about is A to Z. So it's pretty much put 500 stitches in a project that begins with the letters of the alphabet. And I have all of mine filled out. So there we go. And there we go. The next one is I want to talk about the word of the year. For them, the word of the year is appreciation, and there is no number of stitches. You just work on it. So I filled it out. So that one's done. They also have one called Bingo. I'm not going to do that one. So there. This one is stitch all the colors. So they gave you a list of all the colors of the rainbow, and then you just fill in which one you're going to work on, and then it's oh, never mind. No, I was wrong. This is the colors of the rainbow, but it's the fabric. It coordinates with the fabric. So so if you have like blue flat fabric or navy, then that's what that is. All right, and then the next plan for the year that I have is some people do a rainy day project. Some people do a snow day project. I'm going to do the snow day project. So this was supposed to be one of my New Year's Eve starts. Clearly I did not start it, but it's going to be a snow day project for me. So every day that it snows, starting in the new year, I'm going to work on this for the day. This is Nordic Knitting, and it's by Kathleen Burlew. This was in the Just Cross Stitch magazine, February of last year, 2021. And it's a full coverage piece, so it pertains to, or it counts towards full coverage fanatics. So I might count this towards my 22,000 stitches in 2022. So I'll put the first, I don't know, 10, 11,000 stitches on this one, and then move to a next one. So there we go. Ooh, man. I hope you understood all of that. I feel like I'm so discombobulated, maybe because it's so late in the day. It's already dark out, and I don't normally talk this long. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you understood all of this and you liked what you saw. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Please, if you are so inclined, leave a comment down below. I would love to read your comment and respond to it. So thank you. And yeah, so I'm going to end it, and I'll see you soon.